You are listening to the Educated Podcast.
He has turned the mics back on.
We are free.
He has let us out.
Are you worried? What? Because I turned the mics off for like.
It's free care. You feel like you're in a vacuum with headphones on, not making any noise. Barely hear
It's
your
like
own
being
voice.
back in a fucking float tank, but on a chair.
I never experienced that.
You should have gone, mate. Oh, there's a new one in Stoke, apparently.
There's one in Stoke.
Yeah.
Do you get like an oatcake when you come out? Like,
It's just...
I can't do a Stoke accent, but welcome.
Sorry, mate, I had a
welcome,
piss in there.
welcome back to the real world. Like,
Yeah, but it's well expensive compared to what we used to pay.
wow, how much is it there?
I think it was like 50 quid an hour or 60 quid an hour or something stupid.
Jesus.
What? Where's that?
Stoke.
Stoke, I'm sure it was Stoke.
It's not even an affluent area. God.
No, it's what it got to be the European capital of culture or something, or the British capital of culture.
We haven't even said hello. Hello.
How rude of us.
Hey guys, welcome to the Educated. That's like gay as fuck. Hey guys.
Hi, guys.
I'm telling you, he got the iWatch and listen to him now.
Hang on, I watch.
Traded in Bitcoin, bought an iWatch, and now he's calling everyone guys.
Hey, guys. Let's all settle down.
He'll be speaking in that weird, like, tech hipster office talk soon.
Yeah.
I want to show you my home screen on my watch because it tells me. Tells me what percentage Bitcoin's moved up or down
Oh,
since the last time I looked at it.
No, it
Damn
doesn't.
Look, guys, this is the 21st century. You
You're
gotta get
lucky
with
we
it.
can't turn your mic off.
So we can have a normal conversation.
But yeah, welcome to the Educated Apes podcast. We're talking about bullshit martial arts because Batch feels like he's a.
An expert at 'em.
No, you feel like you've been jibed, didn't you? I thought you were all into this this
I-
log fighting, or was
For
it?
some, it's just completely coincidence. I've been seeing loads of them on
I just-
YouTube. and
I
I think it's
stuff
just like
recently.
what?
I don't know, there just seems to be an explosion of videos going around at the moment, so I like to look at them.
I've been looking into is it Akimbo?
Keto.
Akido.
Akimbo.
Kimbo.
Is that like Kimbo Spice? Kimbo Spice.
Kimbo
Kimbo
Spice.
Slices. Oh my
No,
god.
That's a proper budget version, isn't it?
No, that's legs akimbo is the phrase. Isn't
That's the West Street version of Kimbo.
I feel like it's something you put on like.
Kimbo Spice. My head's gone already. We've been doing the podcast 3 minutes. My head's gone.
I'm sorry.
Kimbo Spice.
Akido.
Oh my god.
Akido.
Yeah,
I
Aikido.
almost dropped grappling for it.
You almost dropped grappling for it.
Yeah, what? I've been training. I'm gonna get you.
You're gonna
Get you with a wrist
I
lock.
mean,
and
Seagal's a
throw
master.
you 10 foot in the air with a wrist
Seagal's a master of Aikido, and he got to train with Anderson Silva. So, I
lock.
mean,
Some say it was a secret to his success.
You've seen Seagal
claimed
and
it was.
he went Russia, didn't he? And he like as a guest appearance at one of their wrestling competitions and did like a demonstration where 2 guys ran at him. We've got so much content to look at.
I know.
This is ridiculous.
That's fucking outstanding.
How do you feel about it then? Like, was there at one point when you thought all this Wun Chi bollocks worked?
I
Or?
still think some of the ones you've just gone like Wun Chi, like Kung Fu, has its merits.
No, that's.
I was on about Tai. Like, is it Tai? Not Tai Chi.
How often are you carrying around nunchucks?
Wung Chin?
Defend
Is it?
yourself?
No, Wung Chai. What's it called?
No, but obviously that
Tai Chi.
back in the day, carrying
Oh.
nunchucks would have been normal. You'd have carried weapons, wouldn't you?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? In the days it was invented, like I still think there's like Wing Chun is what you're
That's
thinking
what
about.
I'm
The one where they
about,
do all the mad flying kicks.
Isn't that on Edleston Road?
Wing
They
Chun
do the really shit rice.
crap fried rice?
And it, when they fight like a horse as well, don't they? Like a standstill sort of like log thing with other logs coming out of it and whatnot, and they like
Yeah,
work their way around. And yeah, that's got its own merit, like working its way around the body.
it's
but-
thingy as well, innit? It's like reactions because when you hit it, the other ones come back at you.
Oh no, I mean the one that's permanently still.
Oh right,
But
okay.
you sort of just like move around it. I don't know.
Is that the one? It's got them all like that, and you.
Yeah, it's like a log. Yeah.
I,
it's the most stupid thing in the world.
I don't think some of the traditional martial arts don't get enough. I think they get bullied a bit now because of Muay Thai, wrestling, and Jiu-Jitsu being the ones everyone wants to do.
you see,
When you see how you can actually
But
win a fight, and
I
it's
think
not with a
I think
jumping kick.
there's definitely merits to like certain things like karate and kung fu and all that. But they're not the ones that I wanted to discover today.
No.
Karate.
They're the kind of things that people, mostly mixed martial artists, incorporate into just having a couple of weapons from them.
Yeah,
but
like
not
a
basing
question
it.
mark kick's a karate kick, isn't it?
Yeah, so
No, it's isn't it a taekwondo kick?
and there's a lot of
Oh,
cool things
yeah.
you can grab from karate. The karate's blitz style, I think they went on about this
Yeah.
when Wonder Boy was on his way up, was
Yeah.
just the like coming in doing damage and then
Connor
you know,
uses it
getting
as
out.
well,
Yeah.
and Machida made it famous, didn't he?
Yeah.
See, there's a lot of things that work from all martial arts, but it's the
The B shit ones that you want to.
I used to wish that Chi was real when I was a kid. Like, you know what I mean?
So you
Like-
could actually make your
Like,
hair
well-
go blonde and
like,
get
there's
that
that. Have
shredded.
you ever seen that guy that can push things through the table and all that, and like
Push things through the table.
Yeah, he could like create,
dynamo.
he could create electric shocks from his body, and they put him on a test,
No,
and it
Not seen
actually
it.
worked.
not seen it.
It's like it was on a documentary back in the day, and it proper blew my head because they did some actual science on him, got him to hold like multimeters and that, but they had him in just his boxers, and proved that he wasn't hiding anything up his sleeves, and he was like kicking voltage out of his hands and shit. That one freaked me out a little bit.
And is it like an independent test? Like,
Yeah, they come
I
in.
reckon he's rubbing his feet.
because they
on
know,
the
like
floor.
I watch them ghost films where they say they've heard there's a spirit in the
EP,
house, and
like-
then all of a sudden there's a knock, and it's like, oh.
I'm detecting cytoplasma on my region. There's definitely a presence here.
No, it was like the guy was going around.
Oh, getting possessed.
So
So
the-
people actually have you seen him get possessed
Yeah.
on it?
I've seen the one where oh yeah, I think we spoke about it on the podcast before, but like a TV show, and they're like, if your dog's acted weird, we're encountering dog spirits, and I think they play white noise or whatever. And my dog was like stood up by the side of me, went, it's just they're like, shit, my dog, spirits.
This guy went. The documentary I watched back in the day, it was on Sky One. This geezer went round and he was just looking at legends from all different countries.
Yeah,
And it was either in like Bali or somewhere like that. And
That's the stick guy in Bali.
yeah, a screamer, isn't it? That martial art, something like that. But anyway, this guy he was a local legend that he could electrocute things and then they put like cotton wool in his hands, and he went like this. He didn't do anything particularly amazing, and the cotton wool set on fire.
It just sounds like a magician, mate.
I know, but he just didn't.
Like, scientists have tried to get magicians before,
Mm.
and magician has come out on top. I feel like he is just a magician.
It was on Joe Rogan. What you're looking for was on Joe Rogan's page.
Oh, was it?
It was on his Insta.
All right.
If that helps you.
Yeah, we'll get it on there. No, I was trying to line up a couple of funny ones so we could.
But yeah,
I
no,
didn't realise that's where I saw it.
I don't think Chi's real. But like this guy did some weird shit. But then like Wim Hof does some shit that you could, if Wim Hof stood around going, it's all Chi and like bullshit.
Yeah.
But
What-
he's talking about holding oxygen in your bloodstream and stuff like that.
Yeah, you'd go.
Yeah, taking deeper breaths he's on about, but yeah, I can see what he's like. If someone came
Some
up to me,
people could do some
without
amazing
seeing
shit,
it,
and
yeah.
like I've seen, like obviously we do have a static charge in our body.
yeah,
So, and it wasn't like he was kicking out lightning bolts out of his hand. Do you know what I mean? He set a bit of cotton wool on fire. You never know. Some people might
he's
be
not
able
going
to-
to be able to set a cotton wool on fire. I doubt it.
I don't know if I had enough balloons.
No, I mean like
No, he didn't like do any
Yuri
of that
Geller
shit
bending
either.
spoons and
He
shit
didn't
like
do
that.
all that like
Did he have
staring
wool-
at it like.
What did he do then? Just stand there
He
like?
just sort of held it like that.
Did
and
he have
then
wool
looked
socks
at
on?
it and just his hands didn't move and the thing set on fire.
Nah,
And then he got
bullshit.
Did he have wool socks on?
No.
It's got to be bullshit.
He got a
Was it a
chopstick.
carpet
He
floor?
got a chopstick and pushed it through an oak desk, and then then when they finally pulled it out. Like they checked it, and then when they pulled it out, there was like burn marks around the edge.
That is so much bullshit. I kind of.
I know it was weird though
feel
because
like
it's got to be
I
a
feel like
magician.
you've been duped.
It's
bachelor.
like got to
I
be
don't
some
say
sort of
it's
TV
real.
show that plays
You
to
sound
that.
like you're saying it's real. You sound like fucking
No, I'm
Eddie
just
Bravo
telling you what they
talking about
did.
flat Earth. I'm not saying it's real.
just
mate.
fucking where you get your info from? The library.
Oh, the internet. The internet.
Oh. This was on TV, man.
The TV never lies. So we all. So what inspired this episode is that Shen tagged
Yeah.
us in this, I'd assume,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
So Oh, see how he moved back then? Just far enough that guy had to overextend.
I like how it's. I thought it was filmed in slow mo at first, but he's showing it slow so we can all see it. Basically, the commentary. Now, why is this guy keeping hold of the sword at this point? Like,
I thought that.
Do they have to?
Why didn't he knee him in the head on the way down?
I'm not being funny.
Then he breaks the sword on the way up. I don't get the grip would have just.
Well, if you get clunked on the head with this giant fucking log, you're not going to still hold on to your sword while some guy.
And he manages to get it right in there. Look, and then threads it through.
It's in deep.
That's quick.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. It's quite good controlling a log. To not smash him in the head.
I'm sorry, but if I had that sword, I would slap the fuck out of him, even if he did have that log.
Right, and then
You'd what?
I would slap the fuck out of him.
and also
with that wooden
at
sword.
that point where it just misses his belly, why doesn't he just poke him in the stomach with it and end the demonstration?
Mate, you wouldn't get anywhere near me with that log. That
Drop
old
the front
bastard.
knee drop the front knee like a double leg, just with the sword still extended. Game over.
But is this a martial art or is it?
Apparently
Well, it's
so.
a bell end, mate.
Oh, he's just proved he knows how to handle big logs.
We
Banter. Bad banter, no laughs. Damn it, awkward.
He
Right, go on.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, is it a martial art linked to it, or is it just some guy like?
It'll be some guy in a dojo, and he'll have pulled out some fucking. What I find is these.
He put a rope on it. Why is there a rope on it?
Just to make it more oriental.
He's put fucking. That log's got his white belt.
The log's got its white belt.
It is. It's one of them. They put like. It's like when they have them knives, you know, like them. Like Raphael knives.
There was like a spear on a staff, and but that's to like put you off in it.
You're on about them ones, aren't you?
Yeah, but they have bits of string on the bottom of them and shit. Like, so they look like cheerleaders. Fucking cheerleaders kicking your head in.
The Electra ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
They shoot. It's legit.
It's legit.
It's legit. Those swords are legit. You can eat with them and everything.
So what are we saying about the this one?
This one's my favourite I've seen for a while.
I haven't. Oh, I have seen this.
Taking men down with branches. They're not even big branches. Now, talk me through this. If he had nunchucks in his hands, would this look more believable?
Yeah, maybe if the guy could control nunchucks,
Do you know what is legit?
I can get behind nunchucks.
If they are nettle leaves.
Yeah. Imagine.
We could be taking the piss out of him and he's revolutionised self-defence. He's just going around with nettles like that. Wow, he's developed an immunity in his skin because he's held on to him that much.
I like how they've gone all the way out into the wild to film this.
Of course they have, and I like how like two of them are in three of them are in weird monk costumes, and one guy's just in his like
Camo.
it's some camo shit like it's Russian special forces. And it's got to be Russia.
None of them are making him like a proper effort to get to them. They're all just, like...
The one guy comes in with a kick, not that kick. The next time that guy in white throws a kick, he just falls over on purpose, like before he's... Not that one. That one's bad, but this next time he tries to kick him, watch.
Sorry, mate, so let me put it on for the masses.
So that one's bad, but...
These guys, his straight punches are terrible.
The next kick he throws, mate, is brilliant. Watch.
Where did this guy in green come from? He just came out of nowhere.
It's just to show
He
you...
thought there was something going down. He was just walking past like, I'll get him! Got fucked up.
That
with a
man's
branch.
beating people with branches.
Yeah, look. I'll get him! No. He looks like he's just been out hunting or something, and he's all of a sudden, come across this...
Oh,
I don't know, this display of pure anger by this guy with bushes.
I wish to learn the ways. Teach me, oh master.
I love these bullshit martial arts.
You walk into... Right, so we've done BJJ or whatever. You walk into a BJJ place and the guy cracks out, a couple of branches. And it's like, yeah, we're going to do some self-defense today.
I'd say leave me alone. I got one laugh. That's
Would you make like a tree and leave? Sorry.
you got one out of me, one for one. We're going to make Batch laugh at some point.
Have you ever been part of or ever partaken in some questionable martial arts though? Maybe as a child, or where you've gone to a place and they've been... I know karate was very sort of like, that... But like that was all constructed in a way to you know, get you to move your body as well as throwing punches.
They say in martial arts that you don't, in those kinds of martial arts, I don't know if it's just taekwondo, that until you start learning once you get your black belt. So basically, you start learning how to fight once you get your black belt. I've heard that said before.
I'm saying this. Of people when they're like 10.
Yeah, but following up to that, I've also partaken in. I got my green tag in taekwondo. So this is where you forget how much of a legit martial artist I am. I got my green tag in taekwondo, and I didn't learn how to fight any fucker. And I was a solid 10 years old.
I when I was a kid, I did like some sort of kickboxing stuff, and then because there was kids in the class, like the instructor had obviously knew that kids like Ninja Turtles and shit.
Yeah,
and show us things that would never work ever, just because we like flying kicks that no one's ever gonna do, just because it keeps kids happy and like he had like rubber nunchucks and like, oh, you ever go on these if you want, and just spin them round.
That you just reminded me. Then we did do one drill. I remembered it because we used to do it, the Legends gym. That's where we did it. And we did one drill one day, and I was waiting for him for months to do it again because it was so fun, but completely illegitimate. He had two people stood with kick bags, body kick bags like that, just square ones.
I always love the setups of these.
And then at the end, just a pad,
a
punching pad. And he had us in turns run around, sort of run along the kick bags. So
and they try to do a flying kick.
No, kick, punch. So kick, and then punch the pad on your way around. I was 10, and they were far apart as well. No one achieved it, but we had a lot of fun. And maybe that was the idea. Maybe it wasn't like a shit martial
all
art.
in one jump, or
so bang, bang, bang.
That's how you take out 3 blokes in a bar. Don't you worry about that.
If 3 blokes, as long as they stood 4 feet apart from each other, and they stood
in the right formation.
One of them's like 6'8" with his head like that,
on a tilt.
Yeah, fine.
His chin's open like. You catch him just right.
Even if you're not got any beef with someone, if you ever see blokes lined up like that, you've got to try it.
All of a sudden they just like planets aligning. They just align in the distance.
You just think, I've got to start beef now.
This is my moment. Yeah. I can just take all 3 of these out.
I trained for this.
That's what you're going to say in the police station afterwards. Like, why did you assault these 3 men? Or partially assault these 3 men? I trained for this moment.
All my life. It's the only moment I've seen the situation in the perfect setup.
It's like the Manchurian Candidate. Like, if you see that, you just have to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it was actually a cult you were doing as. They've wired it because they don't like people standing in certain formations.
I actually left because the sensei was very abusive.
What, like sexually?
Oh, is this where you got into a fix up your arse?
This isn't the Spacey episode.
I paused and didn't say, no, not to the kids. It was to one woman who was like one of his blue belts or whatever the fuck the belts are in taekwondo.
Right.
Whose kids went and he was just screaming at her. My mum pulled me out, said, you're not going there anymore.
What do you think? He was just in like a position of power or something?
Yeah,
or?
It was actually called Harvey.
My dad was gonna come down, but he's a black belt in taekwondo, so.
What, your dad is?
No,
this guy was, so he just fucking swerved it.
Yeah, swerved that, mate. I'm not getting spinning back kicked in the head over a woman that I don't know.
That's very strange when like it's their dojo in it, and if like a mum does something wrong or whatever.
Yeah, you're at Legendary Gym though, mate. You know it's fucking. You got to get off in a minute because badminton are coming on. It's not fucking dojo.
Yeah, like some. Oh, that's wrong.
I look right when I was a kid as well. If I wanted to do martial arts, I'd always wanted to go to like like a dojo with like paper walls.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I always wanted to do. And now if I walked into anywhere to do anything like that, I'd go, I'm not training here. Do you know what I mean? Why is that wall made of paper?
Drinking tea out of bowls.
Why are you eating with chopsticks? Go away.
I got invited like after I just started grappling. I think it was like well, maybe not just started, maybe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Got invited by a friend to go a Japanese jiu-jitsu place.
Okay.
And that was interesting.
Yeah, where was that?
That was
address, names.
What's it called? It used to have a jungle gym. Well, it does have a jungle
Funsters?
gym. No. Near Nantwich Road, it's just off Mill Street.
Oh yeah.
Camp Street
gym.
Yeah.
It was there upstairs. There's like some ginger guy, and he had like, like fingerless gloves, but like with sort of slight padding on the knuckles, and they strapped up round the arms.
Oh yes.
And he was wearing a black like gi
Was it
type
shit?
thing.
Was it arms cut off?
No, no.
Because if it was
short gi on the arm.
I think it was short on the arm, yeah. And he had like loads of like different
fucking
international
Tekken
flags stitched in like down the back. And he was ginger.
Yes.
And he had all these people doing, you know, like other crashes, like at the start. And then because I went and I said I did some grappling, they were like, "Oh, we'll do some ground / like submission standing to ground submission work." And I was terrible at grappling then. Like me now would hand past me my arse like 10 times over, and just ran through the class really easily and I was terrible. Do you know what I mean? And the kid I went with, he was like, "You gonna come next week?" Then I was like, "No, most probably not. I'm never going back there."
Most probably not. Maybe if they're
doing like standing arm bars where the guy, like, if you were going to bar my arm when I was standing, I'd just sort of like move so you weren't
Just
barring it
follow
anymore.
Follow you.
You know what I mean? And I was like, I said to him, "Wouldn't you just grab him and like bend your arm back, you know, so he can't bar it?" And he was like, "No, you need to stay in position. Like, it only works if you're like side by side." So like, you'd just be in a perpetual spin trying to bar this guy's arm. You'd be like dancing. I mean, like, you got this guy. But I'm imagining one of these guys, because there's like full-grown men there that are obviously like seasoned. Do you know what I mean? They've been a while.
Seasoned bellends.
And
black belts in Japanese jiu-jitsu.
what are they telling people at work? And then if they're like down the pub and one guy throws a punch and they happen to catch it, and they go to bar his arm, and then I'm just imagining two guys.
Him in the face.
No, just two guys in a pub spinning whilst he's trying to bar his arm by the bar. Do you know what I mean? Like, just looking at each other. He's like, the guy that's barred him's like, "It's not working," and this other guy's like, "What the fuck's this guy doing?"
The DJ sees what's going on and sticks some Latino music on.
I remember seeing someone though in a pub, and I was stood near him at the bar. He was talking about fucking doing kung fu or some shit.
Oh god!
Right, and he wasn't talking to me. He was just talking to someone.
Aloud in the
well, I
middle.
could just hear him because it wasn't a very
No,
busy.
no, I'm just taking a piss like he was like a CrossFitter or something.
I do kung fu. And then I thought to myself, what a bellend, right? And then he later on, I forgot where I was, but he was in this pub and there was like pillars in the pub.
Yeah.
And he was leaning on one and he fell out with some guy. And he stood there dead still, and I thought, this guy's going to whack him in a minute. Watch this kung fu go to waste here. This guy throws this drunken like straight right hand straight down the barrel at him, and he literally just moved out the way just enough, and this guy punched the fucking pillar behind him. Shit. And then he just banged him out. It was, and I was like, maybe kung fu works.
Fuck, the moments
Honestly,
like that.
He signed it up.
I watched it and I saw this guy cocking his hand back. I thought, he's going to knock this fucking idiot out that's doing Wing Chun in the corner.
There was a group of lads who did kung fu at my school. I remember one of them showing me like this little wrist grab. And bear in mind, I didn't. Is your hand still bad?
No, it's fine.
I remember seeing this little wrist grab, and it's literally that, but he had it in a perfect position where I did go, that hurt. And you're like, oh, maybe he doesn't. He's just like being modest about it, and he could kick fuck out of me. But in hindsight, if anyone grabbed my wrist like that, it's fuck you.
Yeah.
Ow,
No, it's legit. Like, if you can stabilize, you know, like.
But you're not gonna like cripple me onto my knees like horse or high.
Why do they always fall over?
I have actually a friend I roll with, Tyrone, if he listens to this, and he goes out of his way sometimes to try and get your wrist standing and take you to the ground with it. Like,
does he
the fucking bell end? Yeah.
Oh.
You never seen that?
No.
No,
if
there is a position
to me, I'd leave.
There's some positions where you can get it and it, like, push it backwards, and if they hug it to their body with one arm and then push it down with the other arm, you know what I mean? You've got to proper snatch your arm out of it. Yeah. But it's just taking the piss. Obviously, in a real fight, you just smack them. You clap them with the other arm.
Or a flying triangle. That's what I do anyway.
But yeah, I think the days are gone where you can go in the pub and go like, "Oh, don't mess with Steve over there because he's a karate master or Wing Chun master or
karate
whatever."
black belt.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
He does Jeet Kune Do.
Do you know these people that like spent 15, 20 years mastering karate?
Karate.
And then they spent their life doing it, and they always had like at Bentley, before anyone knew what the UFC was, people going, I wonder if they're actually hard, like, and not wanting to find out.
Do you do UFC,
and then
bro?
now since MMA's exploded, do you reckon it's just really pissed on the chips and they're all dead upset?
Yeah.
Because everyone thinks they're a joke now.
Yeah, because
Not a
there's
joke.
countless videos now of Mo getting beat up by MMA fighters.
because I still think the vast majority of people don't know what is a legit and not a legit martial art.
No. I
Do you know
think,
what I
I think
mean?
it's MMA fans and probably boxers, judokas, people like that. People
No,
who
because
could
boxers are still sit and think maybe Mayweather's got a chance against someone
In a cage,
in the octagon. Yeah,
But I mean, but
unless
against,
they're sensible and they do their research.
yeah, I think they're confident against an Aikido guy though.
No, the thing is though, all fights start standing up.
Yeah.
With Mayweather.
Not if you're fighting your missus in bed.
Well, no, he fights girls in strip clubs normally.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think the general public are there quite yet. But I think it's a lot less likely that someone can stand up in a pub now and
No,
say,
my dad, my dad was even saying it to you guys, wasn't it? Because the amount, how big, like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan and Chuck Norris, people like that were back in the day. That's kind of what.
Didn't Bruce Lee only
everyone's-
have one documented like actual fight though?
Yeah, Chuck Norris was a legit kickboxer, wasn't he?
I seen him get tapped out by what's his name? Oh my god, not.
He was a kickboxer though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Who's
I'm not
the
saying
one
he's
that
kicking
Choke?
everyone's
The
ass.
film Choke.
Oh, yeah. Henzo.
Henzo.
No,
No.
it's not Henzo. is it?
Hickson.
Hickson, yeah. He tapped out Chuck Norris
Well,
very
that's-
very
Well,
quickly.
what did you
I
expect?
feel like I could do that to a lot.
Yeah,
of
but
people.
like extremely quickly.
It's Hickson fucking
You put-
Gracie.
yeah.
Yeah, but like extremely
No.
quick.
Right, so that's like, say,
Chuck Norris v.
How much longer do you think it'd take him to tap you in his heyday?
hey, prime Hickson.
I'm only using you. 'cause
Let's
you're-
watch it.
Right, you're the best grappler in here.
You're
and
the best
then-
grappler. He's the best grappler I know. That's
Will you
why
stop
I'm
adding
using
an
him as
R
an
to
example.
verses every time? It really upsets me.
Where is it?
Verse Gracie.
Yeah, it gets choked out. Right, minute and a half.
That's how long the video is.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it starts at the yellow bit, mate.
All right.
Starts at the yellow bit, or is that when an advert is?
That's what an advert is, bro.
Gracie, who is
Yeah, he's prime.
the oldest of the sons, and then Helson, the second, and then Hickson, who is the champion, by the way. He's the champion of Brazil and probably everywhere else. And Boyce, next to another son, Gracie.
How many Gracies did he have?
Leon,
They all just raped him one by one.
and how old is that? Hinso,
I think it's like around about it.
Weird is it seeing them all that young?
No, I'm not saying that like Chuck Norris wasn't a legit thingy. It's just let's watch it for. That's a nice trip.
Right, so far we've seen a kickboxer get taken down.
No, I know. All right.
I mean, I think he's doing quite well nearly getting back to his feet there for what?
Yeah,
I
now he's
imagine
got
he-
flattened out.
Here, pretty much in a street fight, you can just squeeze the neck, it's pretty much bad news. So, put you put
I think it was more a demonstration though, wasn't it? I don't know.
But the
What was the original point?
the original point was how fast you think he'd run
that
through
was it.
you.
No, it
Oh,
was.
very
No, it was. It was
quickly.
before that. It was when about the education of people on these martial arts. Saying at my fight the other week, when my dad was speaking to you and Nath,
Yeah.
I think it was. I said when he was younger, no one knew shit about legit martial arts, and he said, you see, if you know the stuff that if you're as decent a grappler as you know, if shit does go down, you're on the floor and you can put someone to sleep or break a bone quite.
Yeah, but I don't think
quite
it
quickly.
depends situationally, doesn't it? Because grappling is terrible if you were fighting more than one person, or there was likely more than one person to join in.
I feel like you could armbar two people.
I feel like if there was
I
two
feel like
people,
fighting in general, if there's is bad if there's more than one.
I feel like
person.
if there's two people, you got to put one to sleep and take whatever the other one gives you, and then focus on the other one, or run. If there's an opportunity for you to run, then you're most likely best running. But I don't know. It's not. I don't think grappling's conducive to fighting more than one person.
I don't
do you know what
think
mean?
there's any.
Like
form
if someone
of
breaks
fighting
into your
that is-
house and they aren't armed, you're most likely going to be able to deal with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, as long as they're not like huge or whatever, and it's not like like awkwardly placed in your house. Do you know what I mean? Like in your bathroom or something.
Yeah, you fall into the bath.
But no, I don't know. I think boxing is most likely, or boxing or kickboxing is most likely quite good for if you've got more than You know what I mean? If you're forced to fight 3 people, you know, you're cornered by
You want
2 or 3
I
people.
think
Muay Thai.
I think me and Rob could take on a kickboxer.
What, one go low,
I'll
one go
just
high?
fucking shove Rob at him. Try and do work.
Because having that like power just to go whack, and you know what I mean, just put someone out clean
If you-
with your fists.
If you do Muay Thai at a competitive level, and you've got 3 people that don't know any martial arts, but they just want to fight you.
Yeah, 3 people trying to get at you.
Yeah, you could leg kick one of them and they wouldn't be able to walk at you.
Yeah, as long as you land flush, and then you've got to deal. Like if they're all coming at the same time, yeah, it's an awkward situation to be
Kick
in.
him
Obviously,
in the bollocks. You could get 2 in the bollocks before the third one's doing
Or you
work
could
on
do Haz's
that's
trick.
the worst.
Kick 2 of them in the head and punch the other one, and you're done.
Stars align. No, I don't know. I guess you could kick him in the in the ass, in the balls.
No, if there's 3 people about to attack you, ball striking is completely legit.
Well, in fighting anywhere that isn't under rules, you can gouge, bite, and all them. All
but
them
then
great things.
but then no one's gonna come up to you in the pub after you go, did you just bite him last
I
week?
bite a fucker. If I'm upset with someone, I'll bite someone.
I'll bite him with a fucking
I'll put
right
every
now.
one of these digits in their fingers. Every one of these fingers in their eyes.
The mouth, the nose.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I
Use
fish
them like
hook
a bowling ball.
I fish hook someone. If I'm fighting someone, like legit fighting someone. So what my dad used to do when I used to like start grappling, I used to go home and he'd be like, "Oh, you fancy a bit then?" in the kitchen, and then I'd be like, "All right," and, you know, you just joke with your parents, shoot a double leg on him, and he, you know what I mean, his thumb would be straight in your eye.
Yeah,
And my dad's like, "We're fighting on the street now."
But I've done that to my dad, but only once because he knows my weakness. And I'm extremely ticklish.
Oh my god,
It's bad.
this gets gay.
Scary, mate. So all I did was that, and then bang, and I can't handle it. Bang like that. Batch suffers from the same thing as I do.
Yeah, but if you're in a real fight, your batches are gonna be there like chicken wing. Don't tickle me. Take what you want.
The adrenaline kicks in there. The
How
tickles.
horrible would that be? Getting 2 lad guys pinning you down, getting tickled while you're getting robbed. I think I'd like it a little bit.
Oh, you fucking weirdo. You're in one of them like, you want to get one of them dominatrix women tie you up and tickle you like a feather and that.
I didn't. You don't have to be a woman. I don't discriminate.
And then get your balls hang through a hole and...
Oh. That's still brutal. Oh.
You alright?
No, I'm a bit turned on.
Needs a cold fucking shower. Did you all see that famous... You've all seen this famous Tai Chi one, haven't you? Where they got the guy that...
That's a very aggressive.
It's intense, man.
By the way, that All Out fails
Oh, I've seen-
worldwide
I've
just
seen
looks
this.
like sort of Step Brothers.
He's focusing. No, I think he's trying to stop him from hitting him, or something.
So the
Says
double slap then now.
Ooh, that uppercut was tasty.
I'm alright. I'm alright.
Why are they standing up? I thought he said just stay on his knees. He's cheating the rules.
So he's trying... Was he saying that he can't...
He's making a chi ball.
Striking on your knee, that's a... That
A
is...
nasty elbow then at the end, isn't it?
Windows feature update. What the fuck? I like when computers...
That's
fuck
chi
you.
power, and it. Tai Chi's been represented in the UFC though, hasn't it?
Has it?
With a win. Yep.
When?
I won't disclose the name, but it has been, and he won.
Did he?
Yep.
I know someone who, like thingy.
You what? Oh, right.
Yeah. He's the first person to ever do it.
Yeah, you can say his name.
Roy
Nick La.
Roy Nelson used to have Kung Fu Fighter in his entrance.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome, yeah.
Looks like Kung Fu Panda as well after a fucking every night on the beer.
Yeah, full Jack Black.
Oh, these are the good ones, though, aren't they?
Yeah, these are-
Let's
Oh,
put
this
this
is
on
my-
for the homies.
This is my favourite.
Isn't this the guy who got beat the fuck up?
Look at him just dispatching people
No.
without touching them.
He's a Jedi Knight. We found them. They exist.
He lives in
I like how he's like do you know what I mean? He's like directing the way they should go.
I struggle to watch this shit.
reality is him actually fighting someone.
As if he agreed, though. Like, does he believe it? Let's just pause
He
this
really
a
believe
second.
his own bullshit.
Does he believe this so much that he's, you know, he's he's at the point where he's looking at it thinking, oh, I can fight this guy and I'll be able to use my techniques because in my gym where I've told all these people that this works, it's worked. So maybe it'll work on everyone. Like, how delusional is this cat?
Definitely. Some people are just mentally ill, and they have to be mentally ill to come up with that kind of shit. And he probably believes it. I reckon you're getting so deep, he believes that bullshit because he's not right in the head, and he gets the piss knocked out of him.
Yeah, no, it is funny. Let's continue the video.
So this is the reality.
Yeah, which I don't know where he's at, but it's some sort of event, isn't it?
Woody!
He organised this event. He did.
Did he?
Yeah, I remember the story.
What, trying to show his superior martial arts?
No, he was actually going to try and sell the tape of all the fights.
So now he's what?
The other kid's a bit apprehensive, isn't it?
Oh, gee, took straight left to the face. He's saying sorry for punching him, or
He's asking him if he wanted to carry on. I've seen this before.
is he old? Like,
Yeah, he's like 60.
look at this guy. This guy couldn't look more Asian.
He's the one he wants to carry on after that.
Does he? After
Yeah.
eating that left?
Yeah. And now it's worse.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I like how he stopped. Like, he punched him once and he's like, do you want to carry on? Yeah, right.
The
I'll
next
just
time you
fucking
beat shit out.
I'll unload off
him who said he
you.
wanted to carry on. Remember, that guy is literally like 60 years old.
So
Gee, and he's just got like kicked to the dome.
there was one that it might not have been this guy. I've seen that video before though. Some guy had one of them mad fake martial arts.
Yeah.
So he, it was when Pride and the UFC and that were all just sort of getting big. Randy Couture and all them. And he decided that he was gonna. He knew his martial art was bullshit.
Yeah.
But he decided he was gonna host this tournament. Right, and he was going to host this tournament and invite all the best fighters in the world. He was going to record it.
What, and then show that you could just...
Right, and then he was going to fight the winner of the tournament.
Oh, what?
Right, so
he gets to skip right to the final.
Right, yeah, so what his idea was he was going to host this tournament, he was going to film it all and sell the DVDs, and he was going to put a stupid number on the fucking... the prize money to beat him of like $1 million or $1,000,000 or whatever it was. So he did this tournament. He got a contract written up for this $1,000,000 because his idea was that he'd sell his videos because you'd get like Fedor fighting Randy Couture,
Yeah.
and all sorts of shit in his tournament, and none of the famous people he
Asked for turned up
because they all thought it was bullshit. And then like some random guy from a random gym come and just beat the fuck out of everyone, and then beat the fuck out of him, and he had to pay him contractually $1,000,000.
Oh, gee.
That's only about a tenner now.
No, well, whatever it was worth. I don't know if it was yen, but he had to pay him like a lot of money, and he had no DVDs to sell because there was no real fight.
No
So,
one like actually worth watching or that people would be interested in.
Yeah.
Isn't that strange that you can be someone like... Maybe this is a bit harsh if we start picking out fighters, but you could be someone that's up and coming, that's legit skilled, but you haven't got that following, like a Connor following.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like, but when you see that light, like, I don't know.
Darren Till.
Yeah, I was gonna say Darren Till or Michael Venom Page or someone that's up and coming, and they get exposure and people go and watch him afterwards.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's, I don't know. They're like, we don't recognise. We don't see actual talent until it's like pushed in front of us, I guess, or like the world doesn't. Maybe we might, like if we watch something, we get some sort of information like, oh yeah, this guy's really good. We might be like, oh yeah, let's all watch his next fight or something. But until that point, until you're in the media, like that Aaron off Johnny Shaw. Yeah, I mean, he's done all right so far, and you can only fight who's put in front of you.
Yeah,
but
and of course they're gonna pad his records. Like,
well, we don't know, do we?
It's not supposed to happen in MMA, really, that, is it?
well,
we don't know. If you're selling, do you know what I mean? Like, he legit has a following from a TV
bought
show.
a fucking Ferrari off his last paycheck as well because of how many fans he brings into that.
Bama.
He bought a Ferrari off his paycheck, mate.
Mate, I have to say, I watch the cards he's on.
Yeah.
I do.
Really?
I just want to see him. I want
They're
to
all
see
over
him.
Facebook. They're all over
I want to
Twitter.
see that one point where he meets. I
don't want to see him lose. I've fair play to him.
No, but I want to see him
Him
fight.
versus CM Punk.
I don't know. I just would like to see him fight someone that's got like some sort of. Yeah, he called out CM
Can
Punk.
we promote
Did I
it?
see?
I know I didn't see that.
He called out CM Punk and asked him to come across to Bama to fight him.
Ooh.
And that would sell. Like, he's not stupid, obviously.
No.
And
Oh,
he's done a bit of training. I know people that have trained him.
Yeah.
I know people that have wrestled with him, and they say he's. You know what I mean? He's got a bit about him, and he actually wants to get on in the sport. But then on the other hand, you know, he's not fought. I don't know. You can't say he's not fought. Fighting someone that's is on a 3-fight losing streak at amateur and then turns pro and fights him is a bit like, Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never fought. You've been in the cage, so you can comment on this sort of stuff.
I'm in that
but
game. I'll call him out if he was in my weight class.
You can make yourself his weight class.
how
I'd have to lose a lot
was
of
he
weight.
way more than?
I weigh more than everyone.
Yeah, I was
So
thinking.
you could get down to it.
No, hashtag keto.
But
Hashtag keto Christmas.
Keto
Bad
Christmas,
idea.
no chance.
That's right.
His straight right hander that he hit the guy with last time was good.
I'd eat that for breakfast. As soon as it comes, gone.
I swear you get like more homosexual on this podcast.
I wasn't
every
homosexual. I'm
episode.
about eating the right hand.
Yeah, but
With
the
my dick sucking technique.
the face you made. Yeah.
Weird that, innit?
So what was the original point?
I feel like we should recognize people for their talent and not just any old. You know what I mean? Like someone that's got a bit of a backing, but he's famous before. You know what I mean? Like if he was famous if he went to anything else, he would be. You know what I mean? If all of a sudden he was a footballer and he signed with such and such, but I guess fighting's the only way. Fighting in other sports like that, where you can go in and
Make
maybe,
an event of it.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't get a load of Geordie Shore fans tuning in to watch Brentford play football
Where if he all of a
just
sudden
because
got
Aaron Chalmers is
put
on the bench. Yeah.
yeah.
But if he's the main event of a Bama card,
That's
it's
interesting.
on
Though.
Dave,
Imagine if they did that.
People did it with Doncaster, with that guy from One Direction.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
everyone, he brought loads of attention to that, didn't he?
Mm.
So it is doable in other sports.
It's
I
not
guess.
quite the same though, is it? As fighting,
No.
because the people
This
that
fighting
hate
is
you,
like, yeah.
the people that hate you get a reward out of it if you lose. The people that love you get a reward out of it if you win. So you draw both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Whereas in football, I don't really hate or love One Direction, but I would never have gone because Louis Tomlinson played for Doncaster.
One Direction fans from Doncaster definitely would. And you know there's a lot of them everywhere.
One Direction fans in Doncaster.
And
might
yeah, but
have
It's
had
like a
the-
niche market, that, isn't it?
It's a very niche
Start
market to
narrowing
get a
it down.
global
when
superstar.
when you're
to-
tagging stuff on your Facebook adverts, that's just pointing it towards that.
Yeah. No, it's I don't know. I don't think there's any other sport you could go in like MMA where it's the show is all about you.
yeah.
Yeah. And he sells, and that's what they look for, isn't it? They look for someone that sells tickets for people to come watch. I mean, his next fight's at home in Newcastle.
Yeah.
I swear it's not far away. I swear it's soon.
It must that be? He'll sell out a big.
He does the numbers. Dog big business.
That
was half Cotter and half Italian Mafia then.
Yeah, that was
15th of December. There you go.
My voice.
What's this cat he's fighting like? He's got a mohawk, so
he's obviously an MMA fighter. Let's click on him.
Shifty. Carl Shifty Don.
He's got no height or weight. They're not
Shit.
applicable.
Not
Short
a
arms as
person.
well. I think is a bit little.
Oh my
He's
god.
got no fight history.
Should we Google him?
I think he just looks a bit scarier than the last two people he's fought. I don't know if he's any more legit.
So it goes to like the Sun,
Boxer Carl.
his Facebook, then LinkedIn.
He's a boxer.
Yeah, but where's his like UK address?
We've got his phone number, but we don't know what he's. MMA. Just put MMA because there's a boxer. There we go.
Tapology.
To the rescue. Current status.
One loss.
One loss.
Amateur record.
MMA amateur, one loss, yeah, and then he's going pro. Where's he fight out of? Dog Clan MMA.
Where's that out of?
Raged UK. Don't know. We're doing like live. London.
Oh right, okay.
In deep into this month.
No staff added by this gym yet.
Right, okay, this is getting a bit much now. I feel like we've got his number where he trains.
He's ranked 506th out of 695 active UK Ireland amateur welterweights.
If we're in this deep, we might as well represent him.
Where's Thingy? Yeah, where's
The
Aaron
PT
Chalmers
shit.
ranked, please?
Where is he ranked?
Yeah, this 596.
He lost to two guy that's
You're on
won.
Chris Connolly.
Yeah, I'm just looking at who he beat him.
Oh,
He's won 2 amateur fights.
this is getting too much. What is going on? We're about 7.
Yeah, we just wanted to fight. Oh, ranking 200. No, where is he now? 233.
He's ranked 68 of 279 UK active
Jesus
pro
Christ!
welterweights.
Oh yeah.
He's only 67 opponents away from Darren Till.
That's mental.
He could be fighting Mike Bisping.
No, this is like non. I don't think that these are people that are on the like American roster and stuff like that.
Oh, are they?
But yeah, there's some legit.
I feel like there's not a lot.
What are you on about?
Surely you'd have heard of at least
I've heard
a
of
couple of
3
people
of these.
in the top
4, 5. Ali Arish, I've wrestled with him. He's a fucking monster. He'd eat fucking Aaron Chalmers up.
Yeah, right now he would. But
Look at them Iranian ears.
not when Aaron Chalmers pulls up in his Ferrari and shouts, "She'll do nothing."
10. Do nothing. Who the fuck is this guy?
No, I don't know. Good luck to Carl Donaldson though. Shifty. I don't
So
know.
he's got a very shifty record to be going pro.
Are they Thai shorts? I reckon he's a Thai boxer.
No, it says boxer on his page.
Dog Clan MMA. But I'll be watching anyway. I want to see because I want to see him lose. But yeah, you're gonna tune in. This is how, you know what I mean. This is like why they have him on the show. Why they would put him on the show. If so, we've segued into MMA. Let's go there. Maybe I'm gonna say it again, and I've said it about 3 or 4 times on this podcast.
Card ever.
No, maybe the best card of this year though. It was legit.
Yeah.
A legit card. Oh my days. We were treated to the fight for the most violent man on the planet, which was fucking hell. It was mind boggling. And we also had this one that would rival it, which was the Oliveira fight beforehand. I can't pronounce the what's his name? Yancy. I can't pronounce his second name. Medeiros. Yeah.
Medeiros.
Also from Hawaii. Same as Holloway. But yeah, them 2 fights alone, they like if they were guaranteed on a card, I'd watch that card. Do you know what I mean? It was fucking all out warfare.
Yeah.
But the way, where should we start? What fight? What do you want to talk about?
Well,
Do you want to talk about the way Felder absolutely elbowed off Oliveira's face? You see that?
No.
Got him up, penned up against. You didn't see it?
No, I did. I called it.
Yeah.
As well.
I missed that.
He got like Oliveira was like rolling with him, and Felder just kept going into his guard,
Yeah.
and then he got him pinned up against the fence, like in was he in half guard or something like that? And he dropped down. The first elbow he dropped down, Oliveira tapped, but the ref didn't see it, I don't think. And then Felder proceeded to throw about 4 more hard elbows.
So he smashed his orbital or something for a tap off the first one.
No, I don't know if he smashed anything. I just think he was just literally fucking. He was just pinned. There was no way he was getting away from them, and he Felder was just there, just dropping elbows. It was vicious.
I missed it. I
Disgusting.
don't even know how I missed it, but I did.
Disgusting. Alvarez, hematoma on the side of his face. That was just.
Was it hematoma or was it a jaw injury?
I think it was a hematoma.
Dana said something about it being a jaw injury.
Yeah, he might have injured his jaw, but when the face fills with blood like that, there's blood under the skin.
Dana had no thing of two about jaw injuries, not when he sucking off Connor and that.
Whoa!
Yeah, I got a hematoma from that head.
I thought you love Connor as well.
I do, but just
jelly, getting a bit jelly.
Yeah, Jelly's trying to yank Dana
Just
off
to
his
talk-
dick so he
just
can
to
jump
talk
on
to
that
him,
bad
doesn't
boy.
Wait a minute, let's call Batch an Uber from Jellytown. Fucking hell.
It was just a joke.
Alvarez, how long is it? Not Alvarez, Gaethje. How much longer has that cunt got left in him fighting like that?
Well, I don't know. He's in. Like, I'd watch his next fight.
I'd
because
watch
just
every
because
fight,
how-
but you know that I think he's got
He's
2 years.
He's probably already got CTE.
2 years of taking a few fights, winning a few, losing a few, and then he's going to be fucking...
I mean, he's got the
chinny
no
as-
fear eyes
yeah.
tattooed under his nipple, for Christ's sake.
He's going to be chinny as fuck.
The way they just set about it though, and like
Yeah.
the whole build up to the fight that where I mean, was it Gaethje said he thinks he's the most violent man on the planet, and Alvarez basically they on the MMA show they made like, oh we'll go for the title then
Yeah.
of the most violent man. It did not disappoint. You know, in them fights where you look at it and you think, like, wrap these two in bubble wrap till the night, and I hope they engage. I hope it's not like Woodley versus Thompson where they're like, yeah, we're going to fight for the title and then end up dancing. And I know that we spoke about that before, but it was one of them ones where you were like, is this going to be as good? And it was better. 10 times better.
It was just mental to watch, wasn't it? It wasn't like a fucking awesome display of gracing technique and fucking...
Yeah, but it was in a
whatever.
way, because you see the way Alvarez was ducking them punches and his whole game plan. I don't know why Gaethje didn't pursue the leg more, because it was working. It was working so much. I mean, Alvarez said himself in the post-fight interview he might not have been able to have progressed into the 4th and 5th if it was a 5-round fight.
Yeah.
Because you'd had to have put him away in the 3rd because of how much damage his leg had took. And he was in a wheelchair for... I don't know if he's still in the wheelchair, but he was in a wheelchair for days after the fight.
Yeah.
Them leg kicks are like Aldo, the way he used to throw them, like with the Faber fight and other fights that he's won by intentionally taking away boxers that stand heavy on their front leg. It's a tool that I don't know. Like if you've got it, like Aldo, did he come from football? So he's got like that soccer kick type motion.
Yeah.
But Gaethje should. I feel like if I was in his corner, I'd just be shouting, just fucking wail on that front leg, because a boxer like Alvarez. His weight's always over his front leg, and you saw him change stances, but to land damage, Alvarez, he had to go back to his leading. Was he? He's not orthodox. He
switched to
he's
southpaw
orthodox,
to avoid the leg kick.
Yeah,
didn't
so he had to go back to orthodox to land heavy punches, because although he can work in southpaw, he's just more confident in orthodox. He's always going to go there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Gaethje should have pursued the leg more, but you can't knock Gaethje because you get clinched up. You don't see a knee like that coming straight up the pipe.
But they don't expect it from Eddie either.
No, most probably not. But when that landed, it just took his soul. it was
Seeing it leave at the back of his body.
Well, the way that he tried to carry on fighting, and Eddie knew as soon as he went down. He knew, didn't he? He was just stood there like I think he put his hands in the air and then like proceeded to ground and pound, because Herb, if he dies, he dies. Was just like, nah, I want to see more.
Kill him.
Herb's just there giving it the thumbs up, thumbs down as to whether to kill people.
Did you see Herb make that terrible decision? Oh, I forgot whose fight it was. I think it was this one.
I didn't see these early prelims.
Yeah, that Hamasi fight where
I think I got all 4 of them right though.
Really?
Yeah, the only one that I knew about was Cooper, but I didn't watch it. Cooper and Magana from all the cyborg
Well,
shit.
Abdul looks like a scary human being.
ABC Amanda Cooper, she is.
We've seen her fight before against. She got choked out by Calvillo, didn't she?
Yeah.
But that Magana's just straight diggity dog shit in the
Yeah,
game.
Is that the bitch that pissed off Cyborg?
Yeah, he got slapped.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that.
She's lost like 5 in a row, mate.
Yeah, she's not doing well. Not doing well.
They should tell her that the next fight she can have a title fight against
The only reason
Cyborg.
she
She's just
hasn't
got to
been
put the
cut-
weight on, or she's cut. Just give her the option.
She
see
should
what
have
the
been
bitch
cut by
does.
now if she wasn't such a ho on Insta. Oh, Christmas time's
Tis
around.
the season.
Oh.
Do we skip this fight because it was?
Yeah, skip it.
Yeah.
Next one.
It's hard talking about flyweight if it doesn't involve Mighty Mouse in it.
I don't know. It was very sort of like, what did Pettis think he was gonna do? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cejudo knocked out someone coming into this fight though, so I thought I put my bet on, or my pick'em on Cejudo finishing it, which no, not gonna happen.
I think I put Cejudo by decision, but he said in the post-fight interview, he said if he thinks he's going to get outstruck, he said he wants to be in there and give him an interesting fight and blah blah. But if he knows he's going to be outstruck and he's not capable of dealing with that person's level of stand-up, you're getting taken down.
Yeah, a wrestler's gonna wrestle.
There's no one in that division. He's obviously apart from Mighty Mouse that he's not going to take down like they're a fucking mop.
Yeah, and you see Mighty Mouse defended and took him down. It's ridiculous.
Did he have a fight? Was he fought Ray Borg yet?
No.
Because that'd be interesting.
I don't think he has. Ray Borg's been trying to fight Mighty Mouse for God knows how long.
I don't think he's
Never
marketable
makes
enough
weight.
to put him straight against Mighty Mouse anyway, especially with the Dillashaw stuff coming up. So
And the fact that he's already been murked by him.
yeah, it's hard to slate that unless they do something really
Him
interesting.
versus Ray
innit?
Borg would be good though.
You reckon?
Yeah.
No.
He'll be alright. Like, he's pretty young, isn't he? And he wants to improve at the rest of his game. He's not just going to be like
John Fitch.
what's his name?
Ben Askren.
Askren, yeah. He's not just going to be like a Ben Askren where he's got one thing he knows he can't beat you at. He said he wants to give the thing he fights in his other fights. He's proven he's trying to do shit. So in a few years, maybe he will be the next top.
A few years,
top
maybe
dog.
like if they put him against Borg and he knocks Borg out, then maybe
Yeah.
there's but it depends what happens with Dillashaw, whether he gets that fight.
Yeah. With Mighty Mouse.
And that'd be sick. Mighty Mouse has got to sign it now, really, hasn't he?
I'd like to
Yeah.
see him do it in the middle.
What?
The middle of the two weight classes.
That's ridiculous.
No, because then neither title's on the line.
No, because
the
TJ said
point,
I'm dropping down to take his title. He's the champ in another weight, legit champ in another weight. So you have to give him that right.
His
You don't meet halfway and all of a sudden we're just going to fight in some sort of middle ground.
catch weight.
No, yeah, but you don't. TJ wants to take his title off him. He doesn't
but-
want to meet him and just fight for fun.
But he then Thingy said that he's not going to make that weight.
Who?
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse
Yeah,
said
but
it.
He said,
you
he said
give him-
have
you
one
gotta
fight,
give him the
prove
chance.
that you can make the weight and then come fight me.
I don't know. Now that he's the champ, I think you have to give him the chance. You let Conor go willy-nilly, but all of a sudden you want them to
Well,
meet in the middle.
You
And
know he can go up a weight. You knew Conor could go up.
yeah, and you
from
let him
155.
go to 170, come back, win
Oh,
155.
I didn't let him do it.
No, I'm saying you as in like the company, and all of the time keep his 145 belt where he's fighting at 170.
Right.
So why can't you let Dillashaw drop
Dillashaw's got a drop.
10 as well?
Right, because they said
what-
because a lot of people said Dillashaw couldn't do it. So I was just saying, I'd
still a
like
chance
to
that
see
he
the
can.
fight at 130.
I think if you got, do you know what I mean? Like you don't say Kelvin Gastelum, do you know, like what you weigh in before you sign him up to fight at a certain weight.
Well, they
You-
did because they
think you
kicked
can-
him out at 170.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
once he'd failed to make the weight like 10 times
Yeah.
and come in with the colonel to his weight to his weigh-in, then all of a sudden they were like, "Yeah, you're going 180, boy."
Or Rumble when he used to fight at 170.
Yeah, well, if you can make the weight, you can make the weight.
Fuck that.
Rumble. fought
He
at
had to
170.
I basically
he had
want
to
DJ
remove
to lose.
limbs.
I want to see DJ have an interesting fight
Yeah.
and lose his belt, but like be challenged. Do you know what I mean?
I want to see him defend his belt until he retires.
Yeah.
That's the.
I want to see him fight at bantamweight.
But then he has to give up his belt.
Yeah, but he's got no.
why?
it's-
Why
it's
can't
be-
he go up and
once
just
he's
challenge for
cleared out
belts?
the division?
Oh, I thought you meant like stay at bantamweight. No.
Once he's cleared
Yeah.
out the division, and there's a very low pool. I don't think there's a big pool of talent going to be going into that division in an immediate amount of time. When there's people,
Yeah, but there's
that he
arguments
I want to
seized,
see him make.
yeah.
I want to see him make loads of money and then fuck off. And there's people that he could legitimately beat the fuck up in that division.
TJ's a money fight for him,
Yeah.
and it's the only money fight that you can
TJ,
see
Dominic,
that's
and
legit
Coda.
now at the moment. Like it's there to
They're
take.
the three fights.
I want
aren't
to see
they?
him, even as much as I like Cody, I want to see him beat those three and retire. TJ, Dominic, and Coda.
Really?
Yeah.
God, you're really
With
like
both belts.
you all.
Because he deserves. He
about
deserves
DJ?
his props,
I love the
doesn't he?
Yeah.
Deserves his props.
There's certain fighters. I'm becoming less and less into the kind of WWE showman type shit. Like
Say
your
what?
Mighty Mouse is, your Mighty Mouse is like your Max Holloways, people like that who are just
You Connors.
straight up about the fighting. They're still brilliant to watch. They're funny. They're not fucking arseholes in any aspect.
No. Oh God, that's different from you.
Mm.
No,
Mm.
I've always kind of been that
I
way. I
still,
just love to
I still like
entertain.
promos.
Yeah, it's because
Still like a marketable man.
I came out the WWE before Batch did,
You still like a marketable man.
and I'm in this world now and I know how they feel.
Well, let's talk about
Connor's taking my thunder.
maybe the most marketable man of the moment. Jesus Christ.
The man that's so marketable that he can't speak English properly.
What?
He's not great
His
on the mic.
English has
is he?
got a lot
No,
better.
he doesn't
His
have to
English has
talk.
got a lot
He
better.
doesn't have to.
No,
He's
he
like
just
a
has to
Brock
throw
Do you know what he
fire.
needs? Do you know what he needs? He needs a mouthpiece, like a manager. Just like when Eddie Hearn talks to Anthony Joshua because he at
Has
the
no
start of his
personality.
career. Yeah,
Yeah.
He'll be like a Brock Lesnar type figure though. He doesn't have to talk that much.
just
Brock's
comes,
not
Just has to
known
knock
for his
people
shit on the mic.
stiff.
gets interviews and he just pushes the camera out of the way and walks off and all that shit.
It's like how just huge this guy is. It's
Came straight. They heard the thud when the UFC found him. They heard the thud and trees in the canopy separating the Congo, and he just steps out like fucking King Kong.
how they find him on the streets in front. Like why? I know, like
He
he's
went
obviously
into
could be
a gym.
homeless.
He went
but,
to a
like,
gym.
He went into a gym from the streets.
this story
in
just
Paris.
writes itself, doesn't it? Like, well, no, like you giving this like. This guy markets himself on his background, and you know what I mean, like Darren Till moving to Brazil. That this is on a different level, coming from
The Congo.
moving to
Homeless
France,
in-
homeless,
No, it's Cameroon.
Cameroon, sorry.
Cameroon,
I
moving
just
to
said, I
France,
just said that to exaggerate it.
Yeah.
moving to France, homeless, and then walking into a gym, wanting to start boxing and be a famous boxer, then finding MMA, and then only training it for like 4 years and knocking. I know Alistair Overeem's like Chinny McChinnison, but it's not.
Still the greatest heavyweight striker of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still was ranked up there, wasn't he? What was he?
He still beat
Was
most
he,
of the
ranked,
third.
was he ranked 1 or 2?
So he was ranked number 1 still.
Ranked number 1.
Yeah.
He was ranked number 1, and he's just been. Oh god.
Mercs.
And there's still a lot of people he can beat in that division. Like probably setting aside like Verdum and Kane.
Overeem's kicked the fuck out of Verdum before.
Obviously,
Yeah,
Stipe.
yeah.
He probably beats most of the top 10. He's not like he's not
He's not
capable of
pushover,
winning
no.
fights anymore. No.
But God, crazy.
He could
And I
have been,
didn't-
he nearly knocked out Stipe.
Yeah,
Overeem.
yeah. In that
He did, he
first
tapped him, to be
initial.
What do you think to Ngannou and Stipe now?
Stripe and Ngannou fought me.
Steel pitch.
Steel pitch. Give him steel pitch or something like that.
fucking steel pitch.
No, it's gonna be hairy.
Ngannou
It's gonna
wins.
be
Gonna go camping.
God.
It's gonna
Ngannou
be
wins.
intense.
January the 20th.
I'm having it right now.
Fuck
No laughs on that one.
What?
No laughs on that one.
I don't
Said
get
we're
it.
going camping. It's gonna be intense.
I don't get why we were going camping in the first place.
The
We're
fight's
talking
gonna
about
be
fights.
intense.
Yeah. Oh right, I see.
There you
Well,
go.
that's a joke.
God damn it!
I've turned off.
I'm not giving up.
No, I didn't think, like, obviously Ngannou didn't get hurt or anything, but to just all of a sudden just be like, yeah, January the 20th, and put him on that card.
Don't think he cares.
No, I just for the UFC, like, are they clutching? They just want money fights now and as soon as possible.
They're
Yeah,
fighting in. Are they not fighting in Stipe's hometown as well? Isn't it in Cleveland?
No.
It looks like it's in Boston.
Boston.
Was it Boston?
No, Boston's 220 in January, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they're
Oh right, I
fighting.
thought they wanted him to fight before Christmas.
No, I swear they're on this card, and the Cormier, Uzdemir, and
That
the big fight, yeah, Ngannou versus Stripe.
probably throw a few others in there as well.
Fuck me, that is a card. Already with just them two.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, because the rest
They
of
have
it's
to-
not
they-
fucking up to that much, is it?
They have to do it now for the neutrals and the people who aren't balls deep. While that video is still rocking around Facebook. That's literally the best
You
thing they
reckon?
can do. While that video is on, still rocking around Facebook and Instagram for a couple of months, people say, "Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, you didn't see that a couple of months ago." Then they have a fight.
So in heavyweights and MMA, is it like heavyweights and boxing? Is it
There's
like
just not that many that are.
no heavyweights? Is it like, you know, the biggest, strongest
biggest draw.
men? Like, you know what I mean? Like in boxing, the heavyweight title is most like the only one that people are like, not the only one, but the one where people get giddy for. It's like, you know, the biggest guys on the planet.
It's the only one anyone cares about.
Yeah, I only watch heavy.
How many
I only watch
fucking
that
titles and how many weight classes did Mayweather have?
Yeah,
No one give a fuck about his titles.
No.
They never spoke about the titles.
Just
they
who he
spoke
was
about
fighting.
Floyd
Yeah,
and who
yeah.
he was fighting.
So the person to occupy the heavyweight title in the UFC, you think that's a big thing?
Yeah, baddest man. on the
I
planet.
think for the most part in the UFC, for a long time, it was mainly the light heavyweight title. Was the big money title for years and years, but
just because of the star power.
Yeah.
it's
Almost
always
like
had the
that,
best, because I
talent
mean
as
it's
well.
the most athletic, but still big enough to scare the shit out of the average man.
It's a big guy,
Yeah.
but it's also
Super athletes
Yeah.
at that weight, whereas
yeah.
now you're getting super athletes at.
Ngannou. Yeah, fuck me. Right, so Stripe, do you think he turns up to the fight with his wrestling boots on, or like what?
I think he gets walked down and beat up.
Do you?
I don't think he'll take Ngannou down. I think he's that strong.
You saw
See Overeem clinch with him and
Yeah.
thought he was going to be okay, and then he was just like
took him
no.
to the fence, like, yeah, I'm going to try and angle him down, and Ngannou was stiff like a board, like he couldn't even turn him. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think Stipe. I mean, I like Stipe. I think he's a very, very good champion.
Yeah.
I think Ngannou's going to murk him. I think it's just one of them written in the stars things, you know, when you hear his story.
I can't
and
wait.
He's like, and then in 4 years he's gone from the homeless to the fucking heavyweight champion of the world. It all writes itself, and I just think it's going to happen.
And he'll occupy. If I don't see him not occupying that title for a while, if he gets
I need to have a word with you, Batch, and I think Josh does too. So Josh is with MMA knowledge. Josh is probably going to be on the fence like a true Charrington. And we all saw your results of the UFC pick'em.
Did you see my results from the other pick'em though?
And I disagree with you. And
why? What do you think's gonna happen?
No, I don't think Ngannou's going to walk him. I think it's going to be a good fight. I don't think Stipe is getting walked.
Me personally, I see Stipe taking the single, running the pipe, and might beat him up for the first round on the floor. And then we're going to see if Ngannou can
if he's got the cardio,
can overcome and overcome adversity.
I think he chases him down.
If Stipe puts him on his back, we're going to see a completely different fight than Ngannou's ever been in.
Until he just stands up and suplexes him. F5s him or something.
Choke slam.
It's just the Cameroonian Brock Lesnar.
You can hear the church bells. Boom.
It just sits up. Stipe still attached to it.
Sits up, rolls his eyes back and shit.
Stipe just gets up and does it all that.
I don't know. I can't see the way I can't see how they're going to meet in the middle of octagon. It's just going to be that fight's going to sell itself. It's the biggest. It's the biggest fight since in the heavyweights, at least since Kane Jr. won.
And then that was the biggest fight since Shane Carwin and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And then before that, you've got
Do you bring Brock back to fight if Ngannou gets the title?
Brock is staying the fuck away from that. Brock's
that's brilliant.
That would be a fight.
Brock's phone right now is on his coffee table.
Just
he
keeps
saying
Dana
White.
And he's ignoring it. He just keeps going.
I just imagine imagine a scene of Brock sitting with a coffee or whatever, or a glass of water, just watching Ngannou's hanger up next to Stipe, and then just Dana White just flashes up. Just tosses it into the fire.
I've got to hunt him where there's no signal. Just fucks off.
Just drops it in the toilet. I don't need a phone. Don't know why people need phones these days.
That'll do.
He doesn't have a phone, does he, Brock? I've heard he just lives in the mountains.
He calls a horn.
That and Conor versus Diaz 3 or something
on one card.
That'd break
that,
all the records.
And then GSP versus Woodley.
Never happening.
You don't think so? You don't think they'll give Woodley GSP?
GSP's took a segue out the place with a stomach thing, hasn't it? Or an intestinal thing.
No, we're on about Brock. We're on about
the dream card.
The dream card next year. You want to sell? We're going to sell some tickets right now.
Yeah,
we're going to do Brock Ngannou.
Ngannou beats Stipe, becomes the champ in January.
He's learning. He's doing my stories now.
Tell him the headliner, because that's second on. That's co-main.
That's the co-main. So the other one now is you've got the middleweight champion of the world, George St. Pierre. He's fresh off just beating Robert Whittaker up and choking him out as well. Woodley has just won, and now we're going to do Woodley versus GSP back at 170 to regain his crown, and then fucking hold the two belts at the same time, so they can take a little bit of power away from Conor. Dana White thinking, right?
Do you think they're acting like WME want to do that, or
a little bit if they let TJ go down?
But it's 10 past 9. Yeah, go on. Where you at with going? Aaron might have to leave at some point.
Fair, I think I better. Shit, I can leave you to it to close out.
Yeah, go.
Sound.
No, nice. Cheers for being on the podcast. Aaron's
love it.
Vacating the
Bye,
premises.
guys. I understand if you turn it off now. It's fine.
Then we do. GSP's going to fight that, and then you do Conor Diaz 3 or
see you later, Az.
Conor Tony Ferguson.
Fucking
but Conor Diaz 3 is the bigger one for the sell.
I think
for ticket sales.
Just Conor on the card. It just that card would be I'd sell everything. I'd leave
the studio.
Yeah, leave my girlfriend, leave the upcoming child, and go to Vegas. It'd be like the site, on a film when people are infected or whatever, or they're under mind control, and the guy presses the button and everyone just sort of turns and starts marching to this one place. That's gonna be like the Mecca.
Just fight fans.
Yeah, we're all gonna be, that black
Donald
box that all Muslims like chant and like run round. That'll be us around T-Mobile. Like. Them tickets. Imagine how much them tickets would cost. They'd have to like put an extra couple of levels on the T-Mobile. Let's start building it now because
build it and they will come. Is Donald Trump going to recognise it as the fight capital of the world, though?
I don't know. So yeah, let's go on to Conor quickly before we close out for good.
Oh, him and Rita.
Fuck me, Conor and everything. Conor and the mafia thing, and all of a sudden
we've done that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just his journey, like, at the moment.
His journey through life.
Has he got someone writing, like, you need to do this and that? You know what I mean? Like, just to stay in stay in the headlines, or is he just
living life? Mate, when you're 28 years old, you've got 100 million in the bank.
Has he bought so much Versace stuff that he's just like an honorary member?
No, he's just friends. He's just friends with Donatella Versace now.
Yeah.
When you start...
Just doesn't want to get pictures getting kissed by
When you start rocking Versace suits...
Yeah.
And telling people you're rocking Versace suits, people start giving you a phone call saying, do you want a Versace suit for nothing?
Yeah.
And then this is what Conor McGregor... It's annoying me not being there.
Alright, go on.
This is what Conor McGregor is now doing. So he's angered about the Versace dinner with Rita Ora.
Yeah, did she tweet something
She just wrote date night. And then she wrote date night as well about a picture of her and Donatella Versace. But everybody ignored that one because it doesn't sell papers.
No.
And then just printed
the goat commented on it though, didn't he? And it was the funniest comment.
Well, he's got burger. Why would he want a burger, love, when he's got a steak at
home? Artem Lobov's trying to... he's the goat, so he can say what he wants, but it's
just
hilarious.
made me laugh because she's a lot fitter than I was missing.
Conor looks... Do you think he looks like out of his element, or do you think
No, I think he bagged Rita Ora.
You think he's done it?
Yeah,
he did the deed?
I'm pretty sure he did. I'd put money on it. He was at a night out. He was on a night out afterwards, or at the night after. At some club he was at. And obviously, because he's in there popping bottles, they let him loose on the microphone, didn't they? And he was fucking going, shout out to Rita Ora, shout out to this, and all sorts of shit.
What?
The video's doing the laps now.
Oh, what? Conor at nightclub?
Just put Conor, shout out Rita Ora, and then just, when you press search, press...
Yeah.
One of these.
There's so many.
That one.
Which one?
Connor Park. Yeah, shout out Rita Ora. After Date Night Gate, it should be called Date Gate, shouldn't it?
Date Night Gate? Is this?
No, that's what it should be called.
All right.
Let's put it on for the homies.
Sorry, guys. Technical shit. He's fucking mad.
You gotta love him.
My missus would be fuming. She wouldn't care that I'm bringing in all this money and whatnot.
What, have you had a picture with Rita Ora?
And she's put date night, and then he's in a nightclub.
But he shout out to D Devlin afterwards.
Oh, right, I guess.
Like,
I mean, yeah. Maybe if he's staying current, innit? Which I don't think he's consciously doing. I think he just is. Do you know what I mean? He just
lives a weird life, doesn't he?
He lives a crazy lifestyle. It's like, what would you give? I mean, he's obviously earned the money, but
somebody chucked me to 100 million at 28 years old, mate,
and made you the most famous man on the planet. Yeah,
he's the same age as me. Somebody give me 100 million and maybe the most famous fighter on the planet. Weird shit would be going on.
Yeah,
I'd be popping bottles in nightclubs and taking photos with Rita Ora.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean? He's fucking. Why wouldn't you?
No.
I know he's got a kid and a missus, but
what a guy.
I mean, like, he might not have banged her, to be fair. I just like the drama of it all. But like, even if he, the thing is, if you're D Devlin and you see him doing this, and then he texts you and says, "It's all in the papers now. That's making me more money."
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about it that way.
Yeah.
She's probably sat at home going, yeah, to be fair, it's all over the papers. It don't bother me.
Yeah, she hasn't got much. Is there much she could do if he comes at her and says, you know, Rita's in the car and we're gonna sleep in the side room. You can stay in the main room, but yeah, it's happening. Like, there's not really much she could do.
She'd take his kid and half his money.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just living in this fantasy world.
Yeah, like he's king of the world. Like he'll have her executed.
Off with her head. But in an Irish accent.
Yeah. No, that's not how it works, mate. The kid and half the money. Then he's only got 50 million. He can only pop half as many bottles.
Every other bottle can get popped.
Some of them have to be drunk and not sprayed.
Fucking hell. And you see some of his mates, obviously he's kept it real, like in quoted brackets, but you see some people he posts with on his Instagram that are like on his jets and stuff, and they've not got like a terrible amount of followers, and they're from Ireland, so they're mostly people he knew.
Yeah, there is boys from the beginning, from the fucking streets, like from like the council estate he grew up on. I seen a video. This guy is like the most quintessential drunken Irish man. And he's just Connor's mate, like, and you can tell he's just Connor's mate from
way
Dublin.
Back when, yeah.
Like he's not, and you can tell Connor's fucking bought his clothes for him, like you know what I mean, like, and dressed him a bit like, and he's just on he's pissed at a wedding, I think, with Connor, and it just looks like a photo of lads on a night out, except for they're wearing fucking like $3,000 suits and
so the dream is still there for anyone that's like just started in MMA or whatever. I don't think you have to emulate him, but
that's the dream, though, isn't it?
It is, man.
Being friends with Conor McGregor.
I didn't think being friends with him.
So you'd have to get punched, but you get them.
The dream would be grinding so hard in the MMA scene that you become this phenomenon of the world.
Yeah. So there's probably one due in about over 25 years. Yeah,
someone that moves numbers like that, like that just can go to boxing, come back, and he doesn't, like they said, he doesn't have to fight again. When Dana always gets asked about him, and it's, you know what I mean, it's like what do they do as a company? They have to move on, they have to pursue, and people are going to come to the forefront, like Ngannou, like GSP coming back, and they're going to push the lever, they're going to push the dial, but they're not going to push it like if Conor just all of a sudden turned around and said, yeah, Tony, all right then, let's have you.
Yeah, he can do what he wants, and in fairness, he's earned it.
They've given him that, like they've put him there to earn the money and to, we don't know what happens behind the scenes, but to sell the company for however much it was, $4 billion, was it, or something?
Yeah.
Is it $4 billion?
$4 billion.
I have to question myself then. That's a lot of money.
$4 billion.
I mean, I'm in Bitcoin, but that seems like too much.
You got shares of the UFC on your watch as well.
Fucking hell. Anyone that was in Bitcoin from the Dizzy now, though, is like creaming.
I hate them because people got them for a penny.
Yeah, but that's.
It's not even that. That's not what I hate. What I hate is how technical it was back in the day when I actually wanted some. But then I'd just spent it on weed anyway, so
yeah. I hate looking at it a couple of weeks ago at $2,000 and thinking, yeah, I mean, £200 excessive to invest. Like £1,000 is excessive to invest. I'll invest whatever I did. Do you know what I mean? And then seeing it go from going $10,000 more. That's fucking. It's madness. You could have happily. You know what I mean? You could have bought a whole one then and been $10,000 richer. But it's Captain Hindsight. It's obviously. I'm gonna look back and think that. Just got to look for the next big thing now.
So what I've decided is the next thing that's now physical and somebody finally worked out how to make it digital, invest in that early.
Right.
Whatever it is.
But then you could say that about VR, which just fell right on its arse.
Has it, or are they just waiting until the technology...
No, there's a barrier, do you know what I mean? You have to buy something like the computer down there, or like something that has like the processing power to deal with all the shit that's going on.
PS4s are running them now.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna.
Xboxes are running them now.
Xboxes haven't released one yet, but they will most probably with their new Xbox coming out. They
so it's just took a little dip. I don't think it's gone off the forefront.
Yeah,
I don't think it's like the 3D TVs.
3D TVs died a death.
But what I'm saying is the next thing that somebody makes digital that isn't currently digital, whatever it may be.
I don't think you're late on the Bitcoin game, mate. I don't think anyone is. I think now, and I'm not a financial advisor, and I think everyone should do their own due diligence and don't go buying it because I said so. But I don't think anyone's late on this game. And I think if people could look at things, it's more what things are fixing. Do you know what I mean? Like if there's a way of to do something easier or safer or less centralized or anything like that, then look at that. Like if you can look at it and think, yeah, I believe in what they're doing. They seem like they've got a good team behind them, and they've got like they've got like milestones that they've already achieved, and they've got set milestones that you think will make them a better company or a better asset or whatever. Then invest. That, like, if you wholeheartedly feel like that's a good thing to get into. And it's just reading, it's research, but none of this shit's easy. Do you know what I mean? Like getting into Bitcoin back then, unless you had a person that said to you like, you know, this Bitcoin game, it's going to be good, and then you look at it and you think, oh yeah, it is, and then you buy some and you don't buy weed with it, then people are lucky. Do you know what I mean? But for the majority of us that were out of the tech scene and don't quite understand the things that it's solving, we just sit there and think, oh yeah, I mean, but it's just a lot, you know what I mean, it's not even real money. And people still say that now, it's not even real money. But I don't know. And people say it's a bubble, like the .com bubble. Which the .com bubble was like, everyone's buying websites. I'll buy, I don't know, icecream.co.com because
someone will want icecream.com.
One day someone will want icecream.com and I can sell it for millions. Yeah. That's like now if something happens in the news, do you know what I mean? And it's got like a set name, people will go and buy that. People buy it already. Like they say, when you make a website like Educated Apes, and it's not going to happen, but you have to buy. They recommend you buy educatedapes.com, .co.uk, .net, .ic, .in. Do you know what I mean? Like all of them, just in case someone like buys educatedapes.co.uk, and then they start stealing our traffic because our traffic's so high. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy times.
So I'll just wait for the next bubble.
The next bubble, just to jump on it and then jump off at the right point,
just before it pops.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone's got to time it right. When's it gonna die? When's it gonna dip? When's it gonna correct? But yeah, no. This has been Educated's podcast. We've gone around the houses and finished off at a very strange segue for us.
Cryptocurrency.
You're
just loves crypto.
Yeah. We did talk about a couple of bullshit martial arts, didn't we? Yeah. I do. Yeah, this has been the Educated Apes podcast. You can get us at educatedapes.com, not .co.uk. Don't buy that domain because we haven't bought it yet and we are not safeguarding ourselves. You can get us on Instagram, on Twitter, and all them great things. Yeah. Cheers for listening. Oh yeah, the new studio is coming soon. It's looking pucker, isn't it?
Yeah, it's looking well now. We've nearly got our own studio.
Well, we have got our own studio at the moment, but it's a lot bigger and better than this.
The new one feels like it's going to be a studio, whereas this feels like a room in your house.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, it is a room in my house.
Yeah, exactly.
This has been Educated's podcast. Cheers. See you later.